Let me ask you a question. Are you a fan of Battlefield? Well, are you a fan of potentially also Halo 3 custom games? Well, if you answered yes to both of those, you're going to be very excited to hear what I have to say in this video. Thanks to EA, I was able to sit behind closed doors and listen to a whole info dump. Unfortunately, I was only there for half the time because my VPN blocked me from listening to most of it, but I got a lot of stuff from the Q&A, and I'm able to talk about it early to you guys, right probably after the EA Play event happens, where you'll probably see a lot of this stuff public. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the new game mode coming to Battlefield 2042 called Portal. So there's two new game modes that have been announced, Hazard Zone, which we really still know nothing about, and Portal, which was absolutely unnamed until just now. So Battlefield Portal is what the game mode is called, and it is not just a game mode, but an all-encompassing section of Battlefield 2042 that players can create custom experiences in, jump to different eras of Battlefield, and maybe just, you know, if you want to play co-op with some friends and have a Battlefield experience of you versus X amount of bots, probably up to 128. I have no clue about that exact number. Please don't get mad. Or if you want to have a World War II versus modern day war, and you want it to be as unbalanced as it sounds, you can make that. Or if you want to balance it, you can set World War II's global damage setting to go to 1.2 times. Or if you want to balance the game mode to be realistic, you can set movement speed to half the speed for everybody. You can make a server with minimum of one player playing, and you can fight against bots all day. All day if you want. I mean, this is crazy. Okay. So there's the 2042 characters. Specialists is what they're called. They're kind of like heroes, sort of things. And there are certain characters within Battlefield 2042. Obviously, you can kit them against Battlefield 3 original roles. So you can have the assault, the medic, the engineer, the recon, or sky. It was recon back then. You forgot about me, man. Every mortar, every ammo box that I gave to him, and he still forgot about me. The beat. You can have them fighting against the Battlefield 2. It's crazy. When you play in these game modes as well, you earn XP. These are custom games that you can play, and you earn XP. You can unlock attachments, new guns, all that sort of stuff. You earn it as you're playing these custom games. So you can wood carve out what you want from a Battlefield experience into your own private custom server, and then you can play along with your friends and earn XP and progress through the game. These aren't custom servers where it's unranked and you don't earn any progression. You're earning progression while creating your own experience of the game. There's a web browser based editor. You can log on with your EA account. You don't even have to own the game, and you can start editing experiences right then and there. You can share the link with your friend, and he can edit along with you if you want to go eat a sandwich or something. Then he gives it back to you with his, shortened URL link or something. And once you're done, you copy paste a code. You can share it with anybody within the game. And it seems like similar to sort of how Halo 3's cloud share system worked. You can share these games with other players, and your name will be the author of that game mode. We've never seen anything like this in all of Battlefield. We haven't even seen anything like this in Call of Duty, really. In Call of Duty, you'd have to make your own classes and stuff. You weren't able to restrict players. The only other game I can really think about this being a potential possibility is like Arma or Halo Forge. Perfect Dark Nintendo 64. No joke, it had limitations like that. And apparently, what I've heard in the Q&A that I watched after whatever I missed beforehand because of a stupid VPN problem, apparently there is no known limit for the object count of the editor. So I don't know if that means you could place 10,000 tanks until the game crashes. Probably your web browser would crash before that. I don't know if there's a hard limit on anything, but imagine a game mode, non-stop tanks. You die, you spawn in a tank, boom, you roll. You die, spawn a tank. You have like 128 players all in tanks just rolling through the streets. Imagine how much fun that would be for only about 10 minutes, and then you'd get bored and want to play normal Battlefield again. But just imagine, that is a possibility. Imagine capture the flag, only tanks. Like, if you made it a rule where they couldn't get out of the tanks or something. Oh my God. One of the devs said that there was a game mode that was on the servers that a lot of people were playing, and it was a Sega 12 only game mode. Players were running around in sort of a TDM match, and he said it didn't feel like Battlefield, but it just felt like fun running around with Sega 12s and destroying everybody in sight, because they were able to customize and create that curated experience for themselves. I'm calling it, like, if you just want to jump on, play some co-op with a buddy, and make your own little missions across an entire campaign of Battlefield eras, you can do that. You can fight on the shores of Wake Island or so. I don't know if that's actually confirmed. You can. I definitely know you can have a World War II battle and watch the Caspian border tower fall down. You want to make a more milsim-y mode? Well, you can probably set the Russian Battlefield 3 forces on one team and the US Battlefield 3 forces on the other. Get Battlefield 3 era tanks on both sides, all that sort of stuff. Put player speed to 50%, remove the mini-map, remove some HUD elements or something. Maybe you can do, I'm not sure about the HUD thing. I hope that probably in the future, this is a big live service thing, probably in the future, they're going to have a lot more stuff than they have at launch. This is going to be a live service game. They're really trying to push that onto us. This is a live service game, and this is all subject to change once the game comes out. They're going to listen to the community. Whatever the community wants, they're going to add that in. And so if we want to say, hey, we want to limit no crosshairs, no hitbox, no, what is it, hit markers. We don't want hit markers. We don't want mini-maps. We want to be able to customize and restrict our players from, having that in certain experiences. They will most likely do that because they know the potential of this. They know the potential of a lot of games that have had customizable experiences have exploded their popularity in the past. The only reason that Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, and Fortnite exist today is because of a man named PlayerUnknown who decided to make a game mode on Arma 3 called Battle Royale. This is a whole nother platform for new experiences and new ideas to get brought into the game. Zombie modes, capture the flag, new game mode types. They're going to have probably a lot of logic entities as well, so you can actually change like functions in the game. Could you adjust weather systems on the maps? I mean, it's all in the same engine. We're having remastered maps come into the game from 1942, Battlefield 3, all that sort of stuff. We're having remastered maps. Think about that. Remastered maps coming back into Battlefield. You've got to be able to adjust the fog settings or weather and things like that. I don't know. I should have honestly asked that in the Q&A section because that would have been a very cool question. Another commonly asked question was, how are you going to join these games? Is there going to be a server browser? Or are you just going to join random ones? Well, it seems like it's going to be kind of similar to Halo 3's Game Share, where you enter sort of a hub when you enter the Portal game mode section of the game, and that is going to show the featured game modes of that week or month or so, or maybe official game modes from DICE or EA now. I don't know what they're called. They're not called DICE anymore. They're called something else. If you don't want to play one of the featured or one of the most top played game modes, you can then go to a server browser where you can type in probably the name of the game mode or the name of the server, maybe the name of the host, and then you as the admin hosting that server can set your server to public, password protected, or friends and invite only. So that's what's really cool as well, is that you can get onto Battlefield, you can launch a game, and let's say if I'm streaming some Battlefield and I just want to play with people in my community, I can launch a private server, get a standard game mode going. I don't know if I'll be able to choose like maybe just a standard Battlefield game mode, but I'll be able to get certain game modes going and then invite people to join the server using a certain password. I can just put the password in the title of my Twitch stream or something. By the way, go check out my Twitch streams there at twitch.tv. Link is the top of the description. Come on. Like I can just imagine the crazy ideas that this customization will have. I am genuinely excited to try to host like a milsim warfare sort of scenario inside of Battlefield 2042. Do you know how smooth that will feel? In some game like 2042, having a huge ginormous map, maybe 16 players or 16 players, and maybe there's a bomb or something you have to go and like, oh man, oh Jesus Christ. Communities are back, baby. In Battlefield 4, we had the last kind of taste of communities in Battlefield. Custom servers where you could have your own custom rules and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I have my own feelings about admins on Battlefield 4 because most of them are pretty poo-poo, and most of them have dumb rules where every other gun is banned, or don't you dare use the Stinger missile. That is not allowed. But other games like Squad have showed me just how beneficial communities can be. Like, holy shit, 4 years ago, I joined a server called The Playground on Squad, a random server. I knew nobody there. I just saw the server name, it had a slot open, so I joined it. 4 years later, I'm an admin of that server, and every single regular on the server, I know them by name, I know them by their voice, and it's a really, really cool experience. And if you've never really done it, joining a community and meeting the people in that community and becoming a regular and eventually becoming an admin of the server and really just knowing everybody there through and through is a very, very genuinely fun experience. You get to meet a lot of friends. Some of my best online buddies are from the Playground server. Some of the people that we do Arma Ops with now, most of them are actually from that server. People who haven't done it just won't know how much of a warm feeling it is when you join your regular everyday server. So I really hope that with this new section of the game called Battlefield Portal, that we'll be able to host dedicated servers. Maybe, you know, obviously we'd probably have to pay for those or something to not just have them be private matches, or maybe your computer hosts and then your friends join. But having the ability to have dedicated servers set up that are 24/7 permanent, whatever, and having custom game modes on those, or just running the basic game, but maybe a few rules changed here and there that are better controlled by an actual admin system rather than just banning somebody if they kill someone with a flashlight and having to manually do that or something. Because we don't like flashlights here at ZGBX87 Gaming. I really do think that this will be a huge a gigantic benefit to Battlefield, though. Having this this kind of throwback to old Battlefield games, I feel like it kind of plays off the same sort of string as Modern Warfare when they were adding old characters as skins in the new 2019 Modern Warfare, like Ghost or Soap and things like that. Characters that didn't need to be there, but, you know, were there because of fan service. At the end of the day, it is fan service, but fan service is mostly good, especially with the way that Battlefield had gone recently in Battlefield 5. I think we needed a little bit of return back to the way Battlefield used to be, and having the ability to go play as old characters on old maps with old vehicles and old weapons. I can't think of anything better that EA, whatever it's called now, that they could have done. Oh, Ripple Effect. I remembered it. Wow, I remembered that. Damn, I'm good. I really can't think of anything better. Yep. And trust me, I'm not being paid to say this. They didn't sponsor us at all for saying this. They're not paying us a single dime, or at least me. And I've learned from my mistakes, okay? If I see a game and I think it's poo-poo, I will say it's poo-poo. Like Ubisoft's Tom Clancy's X-Defiant, holy crap, they used a sound from the Halo 1 Warthog in a brand new 2021 game.
This is a free-to-play, high-octane shooter.
Poor Tom. Poor Tom. Thanks for watching my full X-Defiant review, everybody. I'll see you.